Mubarak for you is my prayer. May you keep ascending success. Stay, Mubarak for you is my prayer. May you keep ascending success. Stay.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الصلاة والسلام عليك يا رسول الله الصلاة والسلام عليك يا حبيب الله الصلاة والسلام عليك يا نبي الله وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا نور الله. Our beloved Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam has said that a person who sends one time durood or salutations or salawat upon me, Allah Azza wa Jal sends 10 mercies upon him. Sallu ala al-Habib sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Salatan wa salaman alayka ya Sayyidi ya Rasulallah wa ala alika wa ashabika ya Habib Allah. Dearest Islamic brothers, are we good Muslims or are we evil kind of people while we are Muslims? Are we practicing Muslims or are we disobedient Muslims, sinful, transgressors? Are we the fortunate ones or unfortunate ones? Because if you are in good books, according to the standards set by Allah Azza wa Jalla and His beloved Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then you are sa'adat mand, means you are fortunate. But if you are not in good books, you can be regarded as badbakht. Terminology is used, badbakht, unfortunate. A person who has every opportunity to earn something great and he did not earn, we say normally, he was unlucky. Yeah, unlucky, that's badbakht. He didn't have luck to get that. Now you are living, you are healthy, you are young, you have the opportunity to do good things, you did not do, you're unfortunate. In worldly terms, people say, well, I had the opportunity to buy this building so cheap. It was available for 100,000 and now it's for 10 million. How unfortunate I was. I had the opportunity to start this business, but I could not start. Somebody else started. He became multi-millionaire. How unfortunate I was. What does that tell you? The opportunity is there. You did not take that opportunity. And opportunity is gone. No use crying over that opportunity which is no more there for you. We need to put a check upon ourselves. थोड़ा अपना हिसाब किताब खुद करें. In which category do I fall? So हम एक लिस्ट पढ़ेंगे. The list of fortunate ones and the list of unfortunate ones. I don't need to ask you in which category do you fall. You know your whole life. You know how you spend your life. You know how your nights and days are spent in this dunya. You know how your youth is spent in this dunya. You know, as a husband and as a father, what role did you play in this dunya? As a son, what did you do for your parents? You know your life. So you can examine yourself and try to understand whether I fall in the category of Sa'adat Man, the fortunate Muslims, or I fall in the category of Badbakht or Shaqi or unfortunate ones. So ulama ikram have identified few points. We'll go over one by one. But the first list is the fortunate Muslims. Number one, no interest in the worldly affairs, but all interest is in the matters of hereafter. You can check yourself. Are you one of those? Face, heart turned away from worldly things. All feelings, mind, heart, soul, thinks of one thing, and that is akhirat. If you have that kind of character, then you are a fortunate Muslim. Number two, person's power, bodily power, or financial power, or the power of influence. There are many kind of powers that you may have. Person's power is spent on the ibadat of Allah Azza wa Jal, on the tilawat of Quran Majid, on reading extra nawafil, tahajjud, awwabin, etc., etc. Now you young, you can do it. Your body can afford to take hard work. So if you, when you are young, when you are powerful, you spending that power in the ibadat of Allah, then you are a fortunate Muslim. And number three, the one who speaks very little. There are a lot of people that they want to give their opinion in everything. And sometimes you feel, everybody is a professor in the science of Quran and Hadith and fiqh and Islam and history. They will even come and give advice to ulama who have spent 7, 8, 10 years to study ilm deen, because they have a habit of talking. People who talk a lot, they make lots of mistakes. They end up hurting a lot of people. So the less you speak, the better it is for you. So you are a fortunate Muslim if you learn to speak less. That's a nishani. All these are signs and symbols of fortunate Muslims. If it is in you, congratulations, mashallah, you are a very good Muslim. But if you see in somebody else, respect him, because he is a good Muslim, and try to develop these habits. Number 4, performing 5 daily namazes with punctuality. All 5 namazes, salats with punctuality. That's a sign of fortunate Muslim. Maybe you're one of them. Maybe you're not. But it's now time for you to check yourself that I am that fortunate Muslim or I'm not that fortunate Muslim. But if I'm not, then I should try to be a fortunate Muslim. Number 5, he refrains from indulging into haram and doubtful things. If he knows that this is najaiz, no, I stay away. I don't go that street. Even if it is doubtful, you're not sure whether it is halal or not halal. He says, no, I'm going to stay away. So this is the sign of fortunate Muslims. So you will find them always searching and asking, is this allowed or is this not allowed? As a Muslim, can I do this or I can't do this? You find some Muslims, they're always worried about it. They will consult with the ulama. Every now and then they'll say, I want to do this work. I want to make this decision. I want to make this move. Is this halal or not halal? He's a fortunate Muslim. Because he worries about that. He knows that if I take the haram option, my Allah, my Lord, my Creator, my Provider will not be happy with me. I want to keep Him happy. So I must take the right option. I must take the halal option. It's a sign of fortunate Muslim. And number 6, fortunate Muslim is that who always looks the friendship of pious people. He wants the company of pious people. He's not interested in friendship with those who are disobedient to Allah and His Rasul. You will find his friendship is with those who are punctual with salah. His friendship is with those who are charitable and give their zakat properly. His friendship is with those people who come regularly to masjid and worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. His friendship is with those people who don't cheat other people, who are honest business people sitting in the marketplace. Sach bolte hain, dhoka nahi dete. He likes their, naturally he finds, attraction in it. I want to be with the good people. So you will find them sitting with the ulama, sitting with mashayikh. If there's any dars in the Quran, dars of Quran in the masjid or in somebody's house, they would look forward to go and sit there. Well, that's a good company. Are you one of them? Or you run away when there's opportunity to learn ilm deen or to be sitting in the company of pious person? You run away from there. You look for a company where there's entertainment, where somebody can crack jokes and make you laugh and make you ghafil from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and from Shariat, or there's a music activities happening, you enjoy that part. So check yourself. It's all about check and balance. Are you fortunate to be sitting or looking forward to be in the company of pious people? Number 7, a fortunate Muslim is that who has overcome the evil habit of arrogance, takabbur. Everyone has got this habit, takabbur, because you want to feel better than others. But then you need to fight this. That's why the deen of Islam is there to guide you. Anger, jealousy, all these things are built in. They are in the system. But if you are left to practice according to your feelings, then there's no difference between you and an animal. But you are a human being, you are blessed with iman, with faith. You have Quran and Hadith and the teachings of the beloved Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So you learn to control these animal habits and adopt the humanly habits. So a successful, fortunate Muslim is that who overcomes the evil habit of takabbur and he adopts humility and being humbleness. तो आजिज़ी को इख्तियार करता है, वो तकब्बुर को छोड़ता है, तो इसके कहते हैं कि ये सादतमंद मुसलमान है. Number 8, a fortunate Muslim is that who is generous, जो सखी हो. He has generosity in his habit. So when people need some help, it doesn't matter big or small or how much he can do, but he's always willing and he always looks forward. Whether he can give million or he can give 1 rand, he never shies away. He comes forward and he does it. So generosity, sakhawat is in his nature. So that Muslim is a fortunate Muslim. And number 9, to be kind and loving and merciful to the creation of Allah. But they're not kind and loving and merciful towards other humans or to other creations of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They will try to, loot from wherever they can get, but very loving to their children. Rob, take, bribery, steal, cheat, make money, make their children very happy. But how many families did you make them cry? How many children of other families did you make them cry? And then you say, no, I'm very loving and I'm very merciful. No, you are not. Be merciful to all creation. They could be animals, they could be environment, they could be trees, they could be anything. Don't be rude and oppressor to every creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And number 10 is, the fortunate Muslim is that who's beneficial to the creation of Allah. Wherever he goes, in whichever company he sits, whoever comes in touch with him, they benefit from him. Nobody gets any harm from him. Only thing they get from him is benefit. Maybe he benefits them with money if he has money. Maybe he benefits them with advice if he is a wise person. Maybe he benefits them with knowledge if he is a knowledgeable person. He helps them in some way or the other. He's beneficial. So this is a sign of a fortunate Muslim. So you need to check yourself, am I one of them or not? Did people benefited from me anytime throughout my life? Was I useful to other people or was I not? So you can check yourself and you would know whether you are a fortunate Muslim or you are an unfortunate Muslim. And number 11, fortunate Muslim is that who remembers death very often. He does not forget death because he knows that is the reality. And the person who remembers death very often, that remembrance of death will keep him away from many evils, from many wrongdoing, because you don't know when the death is going to come. You might be engaged in something haram, in something unlawful. You might be in a club and drinking and dancing and doing haram things, and earthquake might come and everything is finished. We should remember death all the time. I'm sitting in my car, I'm going home, accident can happen, robbery can happen, hijacking can happen, kidnapping can happen. It's happening on daily basis. We're reading them on the news. We think it's not us who will face that, it's others who are facing that. But you have no idea, today is somebody else's turn and tomorrow is your turn. So a successful Muslim is that, a fortunate Muslim is that who remembers death. And now let's discuss the unfortunate Muslims and check yourself. Do you fall in that category? And if you fall in that category, you need to come out from that list and be in the first list. You can't afford to stay as unfortunate Muslim. Number 1, greed to collect money and worldly things. His interest, his hirs, his greed is too powerful. He sleeps with those thoughts. He gets up with those thoughts. Namaz, roza, hajj, zakat is secondary. The main thing is that I must attend to my customers. I must attend to my appointments. I must attend to this deal that's going to be closed, which is beneficial to make more money. His interest is only in those things. Unfortunate Muslim, because he lost the balance. The time of namaz, he's near the masjid, he can't come because he feels, I have an opportunity to make money. Unfortunate Muslim. He has a power, he's a young man, his body is fit, he's healthy, he got money, he got cars, he got houses, he got resources, but he used them to disobey Allah and His Rasul. अपनी जवानी कहाँ खर्च कर रहा है, पैसा कहाँ खर्च कर रहा है? Sitting in the casino, drinking alcohol, being in the clubs, doing haram things, using money to buy women to commit adultery. पावर है, बॉडी है, पैसा है, कलमा भी पढ़ता है, दावा भी करता है, I'm a Muslim. Absolutely unfortunate Muslim. So we need to check ourselves. Do we fall in that category? And he's often engaged in ghibat and rude talks, rude discussions. And there are many Muslims who are not shy to use vulgar language, sway with every word. If you hear them talking, the swearing words are flying from their mouths. That's their normal way of talking. What are you representing? What are you showing to other people? That this is what Islam has taught you? You are born and brought up in a Muslim family, and this is your way of talking? When you open your mouth, filth comes out from your mouth. How dirty, filthy you are. So, unfortunate Muslim. And he is very lazy in reading namaz. Sometimes he will read it, other times he won't read it. Jummah, he is very punctual. In fact, Jummah, wherever the Muslims are in minority, they're very few, you will find them normally, they're very punctual with Jummah, but not about the other namazes. So in a living society like South Africa, sometimes you are forced to keep your identity as a Muslim because you belong to this nation. And how to prove it? At least once a week, if you are seen in Jummah, so everyone says, no, he's a Muslim. But all these people who have no interest in the ibadat of Allah, you will find them. They will be the last one to come into the masjid, and they will be the first one to run out of the masjid. It's not that they have a majburi or reason on that particular day. They develop that habit. And many of them don't want to learn ilm deen. They will come and stand outside the masjid, chit-chat, talking, ghibat, everything is happening. They will not come in the masjid and sit and listen to the bayan of an alim deen. Unfortunate Muslims. They have a problem in learning ilm deen. Ilm deen is given to them for free. Just come sit there in the corner and listen. The preparation of the topic is done by the scholar. You have got nothing to do. But that too, these unfortunate Muslims can't do. So check yourself, in which category do you fall? And he always find enjoyment in the company of evil people. His friends are evil. Those who are ghafil from deen, those who don't read namaz, those who don't give charity, those who always planning to make more money through haram ways and cheating ways. As our Urdu people, they say, एक दूसरे को खांचे बताते हैं, ये खांचा, ये लगा लो पैसा बना लोगे, ये चक्कर चला लो पैसा इस तरह बैंक को धोखा देना, इस तरह ये पेपर तैयार कर लो, लोन मिल जाएगा, लोन लेके भाग जाओ. So many people have given bad name to our Muslims in our Muslim countries because they cheated institutions who are there to help them, borrowed money, took money and ran away. Because you don't sit in the company of the good people, the pious people who can give you good advice. So if you are one of them, you are unfortunate Muslim. Try to change that. And he's always arrogant. He wants to show his money through his cars, through his houses, through his lifestyle, through his branded clothes, and through his company and friend, because they have a class. They want to be in that class. They want to sit in that class. They want to spend time in that class. They want to be seen in that class. In the masjid, they don't find that class because the poor average class comes into the masjid. so they don't feel comfortable here. They feel comfortable in clubs. They feel comfort. They have their own special clubs. Doesn't have to be like women there or they're dancing or music. They just feel only these are the people with whom we can sit and with whom we can talk. And they sit and then they play cards the whole night. Yeah. Some people I know in some Muslim communities, they have nights fixed. That in this night, all these affluent, rich, in slang we say lanis, they get together and they spend their night in playing cards. That's a sign of arrogance, takabbur. क्योंकि कहीं और बैठेंगे तो उनकी क्लास मुतासर होगी. Everyone who's 50 million or above worth, that's their place. वो इस तरह भी काउंट कर दें, इसके पास मिलियन कितने हैं, what's their worth? And if their worth is over 50 or 100 million or more than that, they fall in that category of that class, elite class. Are you one of them as a Muslim? If you are one of them, good luck to you with your money, but you are unfortunate because your money has made you arrogant. Money have not made you humble and ajiz and munkasirul mizaj, and not to give benefit to people. They have everything. They can put up 1,000 masjids with their money, but to get donation from one masjid, a small portion, is a mission. कोई फायदा नहीं है उनका. ऐसे लोग पैसे जमा कर करके अपने लिए भी बोझ, फैमिली के लिए भी बोझ, धरती के पर भी बोझ, सबके लिए बोझ. अल्लाह ताला ने क्यों पैसा दिया तुमको? अल्लाह ताला ने इसलिए पैसा दिया, अपनी फैमिली को लुक आफ्टर करो और साथ साथ दीन को भी लुक आफ्टर करो. भैंस को, गाय को अल्लाह ने उसके बछड़े की जरूरत से ज्यादा दूध क्यों दिया है? कि जो ज्यादा है वो बांटे. अगर भैंस और गाय ज्यादा एक्स्ट्रा दूध हमको ना देती तो हमारे बच्चों को दूध कहां से मिलता? There are thousands of products, dairy products that are made with the milk that comes from the buffaloes and from the cows because they give extra away. So you give extra away for the sake of deen, your deen will become so strong and so powerful. Thousands of people, within minutes, they are gone from here. Their plans are gone from here. Many just wanted to get married, finished. Many were planning so many things to live so long in this dunya, finished. A mother was giving birth to a child and the earthquake came. She died, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protected the newborn baby. So many miracles also happened which we have seen with our eyes. So ultimately, all powerful is Allah and nobody else. Your country can be very strong financially, very developed, but end of the day, it's nothing. So we need to go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We need to go back to the teachings of the beloved Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because he is the source of every information of deen. You run away from him, people will give you kufr on the name of deen. So if you want deen, go back to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You'll get the true deen. Jazakumullah wa ma alayna illa al-balaghul mubin.
Mubarak for you is my prayer. May you keep ascending success stair. Mubarak for you is my prayer. May you keep ascending success stair.